Hey guys, it's Matt Crompton at the Titan Outlet Store. We're just going to do a little demo here for you today on a 2162 Draper head. Just some things to look for and a little how-to hookup. I know you guys have done it before, but we're just going to do a little video for you and show you some things to maybe look out for, or some parts to watch for wear and tear, and we'll go from there. So, like you said, behind me I got a Case IH 2162 35-foot Draper head, and I got it up in the air in the lock position. You know, we always preach safety, so you want to make sure your cylinder stops are in on the combine. The first things I always look at is, you got your wobble box on this end of the head. With the spline here, you'll always want to make sure, bolt looks good. It hasn't had any excessive wear. We don't have any cracks. It's broke or anything. Everything really looks good on this one. Splines are good. So everything looks really good. It's tight. There's no play there, so that's a good sign. And of course, it's always important as well. You got your guides that you got good welds there and nothing falls off. You'd hate to see a big chunk of iron go through your $200,000 combine. And then we get into the main part is the cutting system, which would be your sickle section. And as you can see in here, we got a brand new sickle section. We can't sell anything unless we have new equipment on it, right? But we also got some nice guards on here. You want to make sure that none of the guards are broke, obviously. The sickle sections are good. You don't have any chunks missing. The bolts are there, the guides are on there. And as you can see, we got a nice even right down the Draper head here. Evan will show you that here quick. So that looks really good. The next thing is underneath here is where you got all this is kind of your main deal, is your poly, of course. And everything looks outstanding on this one here. Even on the back side, your main plate here. That's a crucial thing, as you guys all know, as conditions can change really fast. And if we get dry, things go well. But if you're missing any of your poly and you get into some dirt, you start pushing, you start skidding, pretty soon you got mud balls coming through your dirt. Not a good thing. So there again, you can see all the poly is good. We got another section here. You got your main up there in the feeder house. We'll move down here. Very good throughout here in your center section. So like I said, that's a crucial thing there. And of course, you want to make sure on your reel everything looks good there. We want to make sure that our bushings are nice and tight like this. As you can see, there's no play there. Bushings are very apt. They're a wear item. And you get a lot of slop in them, and you can start going through right on the metal, which is very expensive. So yeah, that's a very crucial part. Your fore and aft, of course, that's up and down. We don't have any cylinders on the side once again. Over here, Evan, we got, like you said, we got your fore and aft. You're up and down, none of the cylinders are leaking. Make sure your lights are working again for safety. Back over to the front of the head where we got the Draper belts. Of course, this being new, where you want to check is, you got your bottom here, and a good way of looking at it is just to run your finger over it, so you can tell if, everybody can look at something and say, well, it doesn't look bad, but if you run your finger over the top and bottom, and if you can feel any grooves, then you'll want to take your belt apart, blow out underneath of it, make sure everything's clean and good. Otherwise, you're going to get into the season, your belts are going to start slipping, you're going to wreck a belt, you're going to wear out a belt. I mean, these things are not cheap. You're looking at $2,000. The next thing I would look at is, once again, make sure nothing's bent or whatever, is your middle section. This is very important on the belt. We got some arms down in here. Make sure that you guys are greasing everything. We all know that. Check your auger, make sure all the fingers are in there. Once again, the belt, the wear. Doesn't hurt to take that out, blow that out at the end of the year, guys. We'll get down to the other end down here. Again, we got really good poly. This is just a single drive, so of course, unless you have dual drive, you check there. But so you just got a single drive. But you know, just make sure you don't have any bad welds or anything. And once again, you got your slow moving sign for when you're in slow speed transport. Make sure you guys got that. Our hitch is up here. We don't have that hooked up. Your gauge wheels, make sure the springs are there. And then over here, you know, check all your hoses, make sure you don't have any leaks. Your main springs, we have seen a lot of springs break. That's something you'll know in a hurry if you got it or not. All your indicators, you know, slow speed, once again, make sure your tires are good. Check the tire pressure on them. Now we'll go back to the other side of the machine and do a kind of a quick hookup. As you can see, I got the safety lock in. That's always a good thing. You know, we never want to hear of any accidents or somebody getting killed because of that. They're there for a reason. I got it in the lock position. Right now, you know, you got your drive shaft, which controls your pump. And you just, as you can see here, slide this on here, and always, guys, make sure you know, you see how you can pull back and it doesn't want to lock. Make sure that's always locked. I mean, that's a bad deal, and it can happen really fast. You know, it's really the reason why they got them. Your single point, as you can tell, runs all your hydraulics. Simple stuff. I know you guys, it's all basic stuff. Make sure everything locks good. And we got our wire harness, which is electrical. It just, I know guys get in a hurry and they talk rain or whatever it be, but just make sure you're doing the little things. You get the prongs in there good and make sure it's locked and tight in there. Once again, check everything, make sure you got everything locked, and you know, with your slow speeds, make sure you got everything locked in there once again. And I got it all hooked up, everything's locked in and ready to go. So just gonna lower to the ground here a little bit and double check everything. Just gonna engage everything and make sure everything spins and takes off like we want it to do. And as you can see in the video that Evan's doing, we got everything spinning. We got a reel. I want to check my fore and aft. And that is going up and down, as you can see. Now we want to check to see if we're going out, which we are. The reel. We can check our speed. We can really slow it down and almost come to a stop, or we can speed it up to wherever you want it to be. So everything looks good. Belts are turning. Signal looks good. Sounds good. Once again, this is Matt from the Titan Outlet Store. Just doing a little, you know, pre-inspection, so to speak, on your Draper heads coming up to the bean season, as I know a lot of you guys have started, and wishing you guys all a good and safe bean season, as well as beets and sunflowers and corn and everything else. So thanks again for watching this video.